reading section. We are going to continue with that. And we're going to practice more the reading and listening. That's where we were left. Okay. Let's see. So, okay, we're recording. We checked the listening section. Maybe you remember, right? We were working on the listening. I will just go random to go to the section where we were left. Okay. Okay, here I'm not going to answer anything that makes sense. Okay, very well. In this different activity, you remember that the last activity you didn't have options. Well, there's this other activity where you have different options. So here you don't have to invent the word, you just have to choose the correct one. Okay, these questions you will have to answer according to grammar, according to understanding the text too, and according to vocabulary. You need to recognize, you need to check if the answer that you need to give is grammar, is vocabulary, or is comprehension. Okay, always read what we have before and after the gap. And well, something you can do is try to read the sentence. You can try to read the sentence and using any of these sentences, right? You can try to see if it sounds good, right? That could be another recommendation. Okay, well, let's start. So I'm going to start reading. First thing you need to do before you answer is you try to do something that is skimming. Okay, skimming. What is skimming? Skimming is basically, it means to read fast. Okay, when you skim, you read fast. And we have another kind of fast reading technique that is scanning. Scanning also means to read fast, but in different situations and in different ways. What is skimming, or what is the purpose of using skimming? When you skim, you're reading fast for getting to get the general idea, okay, to have a general idea of what you are reading. Okay, what would you like to skim into something? Okay, let's think about the next example. Imagine that you have a, I don't know, okay, you have a mate, boyfriend, husband, whatever, okay? But you check the phone. You just check the phone because you're a kind of toxic person, so you check your partner's phone. So you may see if it's something interesting, okay? Maybe you're checking just the phone, like being curious, okay? So maybe if you don't suspect about your mate, about your boyfriend, about your husband, you check the phone and you're just, okay, interesting. This is a classmate. This is the mechanic. This is the doctor. Ah, who is this girl? So you open. Why do you have those emojis? What are you talking about? Yeah, that is skimming. You don't know what you're going to find on your husband's, boyfriend's, whatever phone, but you're curious, so you try to see if it's interesting, if it's worth it checking it, or maybe you just he behaves well, okay, let's leave him alone. Right? So that's a skimming, like talking about the exam, is an ability that you use when you don't know what you are going to read. Because look at this exercise. the exam only shows you a paragraph. So what you need to do is to try to get the general idea because you don't know what it is about, right? So you will have a better result if you first check all the text quickly, try to have a look, try to check what it is about. Okay, for example, here I see, they're talking about Hollywood, film, or some movies, right? Okay, now you have the context. So that's what you first need to do. Okay, this is like a recommendation for anything, not only for English exams, but for anything. A common mistake is that students just go straight to answering, like they start reading and they want to answer. No, don't do that. The correct technique is that you first check a few seconds, take a few seconds to read the whole paragraph. I mean, you don't need to read the whole paragraph because skimming is to read fast. So just try to see the text. We could say it's like an overlook, okay, like a general idea. So you try to get the general idea. Okay, I see it's about. Try to see if there are any important names. Try to put yourself in the situation so you can understand the context, and then you can use a better answer. Okay, now when do we use scanning? We were going to learn that after that, but scanning is now, imagine the next thing. Skimming and scanning, they are both reading techniques. Okay, the scanning technique, you use it when you want to read fast to get the key idea. Okay, so when you use scanning, you already know what you are looking for. Okay, when you use skimming, you don't know, you are exploring. Scanning, you know what you're looking for. So now imagine the same example that I told you, and now you have a name. Maybe you know there is a name, I don't know, there is a girl called Maria. And Maria is a friend of your husband or your boyfriend, and you are suspicious about her. So when you take your husband's and your boyfriend's phone like a toxic person, what are you going to see? What are you going to try to find on the phone? You want to check all the phone, or you want to check the chats with Maria? You see, that's the thing. When you know what to look for, you use scanning. So in the text is the same. In this case, we don't really need to use scanning, but we need it, for example, for exercises where you have questions and you need to find the answer. And here we don't have questions. Here we only need to choose the correct word, okay? So we're going to choose skimming, and then after this, we're going to use scanning. Okay, so skimming, you have it here. You already read, right? It's about Hollywood, it's about movies. Okay, now you have the context. Okay, so here we're going to read, and now we need to choose the correct answer. So it says, moving pictures. What is moving pictures? Movies. That's why it's called movies, because movie is movement. Moving pictures, the movies. The films were invented by the brothers Louis and Auguste Lumière at the end of the 19th century. Okay, here you have context. Movies became popular all over the world. Okay, you don't need to read all the paragraph. Again, you just need to check this part. Okay, this is the first idea. Okay, so movies vary. Okay, what do you have? What is movies? What part of a speech is movies?
Las películas.
Yes, what is that?
Yeah.
What part of a speech? Yes, that's a subject of the sentence, right? That's a noun. So as a subject of the sentence, movies, then you have vary. What is vary? An adverb. Vary is an adverb. So what does that mean? That you need? What do you need here? You have here became.
Adjective.
Okay, very well. So here you have became, which is a verb. So you need a word that describes the verb. How do we call what is the part of a speech of those words that have the function of describing verbs? What kind of words describe verbs?
Adjectives?
Adjectives describe people, things. Adjectives describe nouns.
Ah, okay, okay.
But about a verb? An adverb. Okay. Are all these options adverbs? Yes, they are adverbs. Okay. Quickly is an adverb. Immediately, fast is an adverb. Early is an adverb. All of them are adverbs. Okay. So, do you think this question is about this, not this question, but this first exercise? Grammar, vocabulary, or comprehension? What do you think?
Maybe comprehension.
Comprehension. I would think maybe it's a vocabulary exercise. In this case, it's we would say a collocation. Okay, because quickly, let's see, right? Movies very quickly became popular all over the world. Movies very immediately became popular all over the world. Movies very fast became popular all over the world, and movies very early became popular all over the world. So what do you think? Let's try to eliminate one option.
Early.
Early. Let's eliminate early. Do you agree? Do you agree with your partner? I agree because early is I don't see how we can use early in this sentence. You know, you can say early in the morning. When you say early, is before a time. Okay. When you say early, for example, you need to go to work at 8. So we could say that is early because it's in the morning. But if you arrive to work, let's say at 7:30, that's early because you're supposed to start working at 8. So you arrive at 7:30, that's early, right? Okay. But we don't want to use early because early is actually an adjective and we don't need an adjective. Okay, so for those two reasons, like why would we use early? We don't have any date, right? That we could say like it's before anticipated, what you anticipate. Here there is nothing to anticipate. How about immediately? Immediately, I think it's another option that we can eliminate because immediately is immediately. You cannot say very immediately, right? So you cannot be in the middle, or it's immediately or it's not immediately, right? So if I tell you, please, I don't know, your boss tells you, please deliver your reports. Okay, so you do it immediately. So immediately, it's as soon as possible, right? Okay, So you cannot say very immediately. The same word very is not, doesn't get along very with immediately. Like you cannot say, you can say immediately, but very, no, it's like, you see, something is immediately or something is not immediately. So let's eliminate these two options. Okay, now quickly. We have quickly and we have fast. Those are the two options we have. Okay, so which one will you choose, quickly or fast?
Quickly.
Quickly. Everyone, what do you think?
Quickly.
Okay, very well. Some other opinions?
Fast.
No? Well, the correct answer, yes, like you said, is quickly. Why not fast? Fast, when you have the actually fast and quickly, they are synonyms. But if you have them and you have to choose between quickly and fast, you have to choose the correct one, okay? So we use quickly for things that are not necessarily, quickly is like a universal word that is like rápidamente, right? Fast is only for movement. If we are like very strict to grammar, okay, but not at all, it's not grammar, it's just the way the word is, it's a vocabulary word. Fast, you use fast for movement, for verbs that imply movement, like walk. You can walk fast, you can run fast, fly fast, even work fast because you are moving, right? Now, in this case, we're saying that something became popular, so nothing is moving here, right? We have the verb become is a stative verb, okay? A stative verb. So you have fast, that is a verb for movement, with became, which is a stative verb that is not a movement, right? So you use quickly, okay? Quickly became popular will be the best option in this case. Very quickly became more popular all over the world. So you see, something you can do, like I did in this exercise, was to disregard the options. Early didn't make sense to me, and I explained, right? Immediately didn't make sense, so that left me with two answers. That's something you can do, but usually it takes more time, okay? So you need to make this analysis kind of faster so that it makes sense. All right. In 1907, the first studios were built in of Los Angeles called Hollywood. This is a vocabulary word too, okay? Please leave your answer on the chat. You have the first studios were built in a piece of Los Angeles, in a side of Los Angeles, in a location of Los Angeles, or in a district of Los Angeles. You have some, I'll give you 15 seconds. Please leave your answer on the chat. Pay attention, right? We are talking about the studios in of Los Angeles. And what is this? Is Hollywood. So what the question here is, what is Hollywood? Hollywood is a district. Hollywood is a location. Hollywood is a site. Hollywood is a piece. What is Hollywood? You see, you need to know what you are talking about, right? Because here you're not talking about Los Angeles, you're talking about Hollywood. You're not talking about the studios, you're talking about Hollywood. Okay? So what is Hollywood? Piece, site, location, district. All right, well, the correct option is district. Here we have like half and half. Why? Okay, let's see. What happens with piece? Well, piece is definitely not an option, right? Okay, site could be, right? you can think about it like, well, for 1 second, you could think this could be the option. A site of Los Angeles. The problem is that site is not used for cities, it's used for smaller things, right? For example, in this site of the house, right? Como en esta parte, en este sitio de la casa. In this site of this forest, en esta parte de este bosque. So site is something not, you use site when it's not determined, como que no se puede determinar site, donde acaba y donde termina site. In the case of Hollywood, it's a city, so, or a town. So cities and towns, they have their territories, right? So we could say that's why site cannot be location. Okay, let's see what location means in English. A location location has two meanings, okay? When you, I don't know if you ever watched the credits of the movies and they say locations, and the locations show the places where the movie was recorded, and they use location. Okay, the problem with location is that in this case we're talking about a big city, right? Location is used for smaller things. For example, when I tell you in English or in Spanish, envíame tu ubicación de tu casa, ¿no? So in English, I would say, send me your location. Why? Because a location is a specific point in the map, right? That's a location. That's like a pin, right? Es una locación, right? Sería es un lugar pequeño, right? It can be a house, a hospital, an airport, right? Something small. A location of Los Angeles. So a location of Los Angeles, I don't know what exactly could mean, right? Could be like very specific thing. The thing is that Hollywood is bigger than something to be specific. Actually, Hollywood is small, right? Because, well, Los Angeles is a city in California, right? And if I'm not wrong, Hollywood is a neighborhood inside Los Angeles. So you have California, Los Angeles, Hollywood inside. So even though it's smaller than Los Angeles, Hollywood is smaller than Los Angeles, we're still talking about a district, okay? Now, what does the word district mean? Because maybe you don't need to know about the United States geography, because maybe we're talking about the Los Angeles and Hollywood. Everyone knows Los Angeles and Hollywood. But what if I tell you another city from another country that you don't know? Well, in this case, you have to use district. A district is a word that we use very general for. A district can be a town, okay? A district can be municipality. In the United States, you don't have it, but in Mexico, for example, we have municipalities. Municipios, right? Un municipio podría ser un district. A district could be, I don't know, how you call this, como las alcaldías de Ciudad de México, esas también serían un district, ¿ok? De hecho, así se traduciría alcaldía, como distrito. So yeah, district is, imagine like the word delegación, right? In Ciudad de México. Okay, so you have Mexico City and the district of Miguel Hidalgo, or the district, I don't know, there's, you see, that's the word district. That's the meaning of district. So that's why we choose district, because location, it's a pin in the map. Okay, district, bigger area. Any questions?
No, teacher.
No.
Okay, very good. So you see, in this case, what do you need to know? Vocabulary. So to know the difference between these words. I don't think none of this matters when you speak English. You know, when you speak English, you can informally, you can make yourself understood. But in an exam that is formal, they want to see if you can see the differences between very similar words. The words that we have here are similar. If they weren't similar, the exam would be very easy, right? So they put similar words to see if you can see the difference between those words and if you know how to use those words. Okay, let's read the next one, and you will try to choose an option. Rocio, can you read, please? It was, and you will read to 1920s.
It was the perfect place, close to many kinds of natural scenery. The
Okay,
1920.
now you choose, this is a grammar question. You can choose to the 1920s. Hollywood was the center of the war film. At the 1920s, Hollywood
By
for the 1920s or by the 1920s. Choose an option.
by
Okay, Rocio says by. This is a grammar question. What do you think? What is by? You have other option?
is by
By? Other option? No? Okay, very good. It's by. Easy, right? So you use the other option could be in the 1920s, but we don't have in. That would be the obvious answer. By. Why do we say by? Because we're saying that in this year, we make a reference for an event. The event is Hollywood was the center war film. So we use by. Okay, when do you use by? Other example could be by the 2050, the sea level will cover coastal cities. By the 2050, the sea level will cover coastal cities because of the global warming. So you're saying that in a year, an event will occur. Okay, in this case, in past, an event occurred. You use by. Okay, no, not really difficult here, right? Now it says Hollywood was the center of the world film. If we have film industry, film company, film trade, or film firm. Okay, choose an option, A, B, C, or D, and or you can write the word on the chat. Please, you have, I don't know, 15 seconds. Yes, you have your answers. So is the war film industry? Excellent. That's the answer. Rocio, why did you choose trade?
como de tendencia, ¿no? No sé.
That's trend.
Yes.
Trend is more than tendencia. Trend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Very well. So industry, because when you say industry, the word film industry, you're talking about a sector of the economy, right? You're not talking about only one kind of movie. Hollywood, there were, I don't know, Warner Bros, Disney, etc. Okay. I could tell, for example, the hotel industry. So the hotel industry, you're not talking about one hotel, right? You're talking about a sector of the economy, right? So that's when the use of industry. This is a vocabulary question. Okay, finally it says, to begin with, the movies have no sound. Words on a screen from time to time to explain the story. So you have the options. Words developed on screen. Words happen on screen. Words appear on screen or displayed on screen. Okay, this is a vocabulary question. 15 seconds, please. So you choose an option. Try to think about it. Think it twice, analyze it. Okay, so the correct one is displayed. And there are verbs that are specialized, you know, for some specific things. The key word here is on screen. On screen. If the words appear in other place, maybe you don't use display. But because it's on the screen, well, we use display. Maybe you know, for example, the screen of your phone, la pantalla del teléfono, se le conoce también como display, right? So yeah, the word display is used more like in the screens, computers, TV, cell phone, all right? We will use display. Actually, the idea is appear, right? The words appear. But you know, appear is like, well, it comes from somewhere. It appeared, right? Like, I don't know. If you say that words appeared, will be like something strange because they came out of nowhere. Okay, that's a strange. The words appear on the wall with red color. I don't know, you know. But because you're talking about the screen, so you use display. So you need to pay attention because some words, this is a collocation. The word screen uses display. And if you don't have a screen, so maybe it's another verb. This is, I would say, a comprehension word, kind of, because you have a screen. vocabulary too, because it's a collocation. Okay. And you have the book of collocations. You will see that there are many pairs of words: heavy, rain, reliable, computer, and so on. You will use some verbs and some adjectives with specific words. So far, do you have any questions at this moment? Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
No,
Oh,
teacher.
okay, well, good.
No.
We continue. I don't know. I had a problem with you when you last too long. This happens with a mock test. Remember my advice that when you take the test, the lingual skill test, you use the incognito mode. You will be invigilated. There will be software and a teacher checking you, but if you use incognito mode, your internet, your browser is lighter, it works better.
Trying to use this.
You have to choose the answers again. Once again. Here we said quickly, district, by, industry, display. Okay, now this is the last section, sorry, the last part of the reading and listening section. Here you have the classic text, okay, with answers. So this is to check your comprehension of the texts that you read. This is a long one, but don't worry, it's not going to be very long text. Okay. So here we have to apply the two abilities that I show you today. Skimming and scanning, the reading techniques. Okay. Very well. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Alberton Hotel customer review. Okay. We are going to check, we're going to skim the text. Try to read quickly and you tell me what the text is about. I will give you 15 seconds. Please tell me what this text is about, like the general idea.
It may be about say reservation in a hotel.
Okay, very well. So we're talking about a hotel. It's like a review. He's telling you if the hotel is good or not, what are good and bad things about it, right? Okay, very well. So now this is what we are going to do. If we follow the structure of the exam, okay, there's an order that is very logical. The first part, the first question corresponds to the information that is at the beginning. What I mean is that you will have the question number 1 to answer the last paragraph or in the middle, right? The obvious thing is that, or the most logical thing is that the questions, they come in order to what you see in according to what you're reading. So maybe, for example, the last question corresponds to the last paragraph. Okay, well, that's something you need to consider. You will be surprised, but it's not necessary to read the whole text. And you did a skimming, you got the general idea. Besides of that, you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to read all the paragraph, like every word, and you don't need to even be sure about all the words in the paragraph. You just need to do the next ability, that is scanning. Okay, so here you have the first in the first paragraph. You need to see what it is about. Okay, so very logically, the answer to this question is in this paragraph. Something that you can do in scanning, remember that in scanning, you know what you're looking for. Okay, and how can you know what you're looking for if you don't know what you're looking for? Just check the question. The question has the keyword that you're looking for. What does the guest say about the hotel website? What is the keyword? The website. Okay, so that means in this whole question, the important word is not guest, is not hotel, is the website. Okay, so what do I need to focus on? On the website. So once I know the keyword is website. So in the first paragraph, I'm going to check where is the website, where they are talking about the website, because that is where I will find the answer. Okay, so here you have website again. Where else? Okay, you're talking about forms that are from the website. Okay, so now that you know the information, now that you know the key information, okay, so now we read the answers. It says, what does the guest say about the hotel website? The booking process was too complex. Some of the information was wrong. There was no place to write special requests. Which is the correct answer? You have 10 seconds. Okay, so what's the correct answer? Some of you say 1, some of you say 3. Okay, let's check number 1. The booking process was too complex. Okay, booking. I book a room for myself on the hotel website. The website, useful information, easy to use. So that if you say that it's complex, it's contradictory to the information that you have in the paragraph. So we disregard the first option because it's not there. Okay, this is not correct. It cannot be complex because they say it was easy, right? Okay, we're talking about the website, remember. Okay, well, let me see. Maybe we're wrong. The second says some of the information was wrong. Okay. It doesn't say anything, right? That the information was wrong. So we disregard this answer. The last one, there was no place to write the special requests. Okay, it says there was nowhere to leave a message about this booking form. Okay, so we have here, let's say that the first answer, contradictory, because here it says it was easy. The second answer, it says that the information was wrong, but here it doesn't mention that the information was wrong. So if it's not mentioned, it's incorrect. Okay. So there was no place to write the special request. That's the number 3. Exactly. Any questions? No questions?
No.
Okay, well. And so we follow this order, very probable the next question is according to the second paragraph, right? Well, it says, when the guest arrived, so the keyword is
All right.
arrived. Very well. Arrived. Okay, you can check the options too. The car was full, keyword. Nobody offered to carry her bags. There were not enough lights outside. Lights.
Mhm.
Okay, very well. So you got your keywords. Now you go and you read the paragraph. So it says, I arrived quite late at night. The park wasn't very big and I was worried it would be full with other guest cars. But the porter came out, said, good evening, madam, and showed me where to park before helping me with my suitcase. It was quite dark in the car park with only 2 lights by the entrance, so it was so hard to see where I was going. Okay, so please try to choose an answer, A, B, or C, or 1, 2, 3, like you wish. You have 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Okay, very well. So you see, we can answer very fast if you know the information that you're looking for. What I want you to avoid, please don't do the next thing. Don't read the whole text and then you answer the questions. And then you go back to the whole paragraph. And then you go back to the questions because your eyes don't know where to look for. So you will be like reading the whole paragraph, looking for the answer. If you don't know what information you need and where you need to look for the information, your time for the test will be reduced because you will consume a lot of time. These tips are for you to use the most of your time. Okay, so here what we're doing is I read the question. I first check the information that I need because I really don't care about this reading. It's not interesting for me. It's not relevant to answer the questions. So when I am answering an exam, what I need is to answer questions. I need to understand the text to answer the questions. But if you don't know what words you're looking for, you're going to be disorientated. You're going to be like not knowing what to do. So go like that. Go question by question. So the next one, for example, number 3, third paragraph. I don't need to look anywhere else in the paragraph. Just look at the third one because that's the logic. The same logic will be for the test. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So it says, what does the guest say about the check-in? What is the keyword?
Checking.
Check-in. Okay. Check-in. Reception staff were friendly. Okay. So here I'm talking about the staff. Keyword staff. The hotel facilities were explained. The keyword Facilities.
Facilities. Mhm.
There were not enough staff on duty. Staff. Again,
Staff.
maybe, enough, maybe. It's enough staff. You can take 1 or 2 keywords, not more. Okay, so it says, but at the check-in desk, here's my keyword, check-in desk, I received a warm welcome and had a nice long conversation with 2 people on duty who told me lots of useful things about the town and what you can see and do there. Okay, so choose the option. I think the answer here is obvious, right?
Yes.
Okay, so number 1, right? Or letter A. Reception staff were friendly.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see now. Okay, the next one. So question 4, paragraph 4. What does the guest say she liked about the bedroom? So the keyword is bedroom. Bathroom was clean. The keyword
Clean.
Clean.
clean. Okay. Okay, or maybe, I don't know, bathroom, because they're talking about
Bathroom.
bathroom.
Bedroom.
Clean or not, we will see the bath and the decoration.
Decoration.
Okay, so they're going to talk about these 3 things. So it would be something like,
That's right.
I was very satisfied when I saw my room. It was nicely decorated with antique furniture and traditional wallpaper. Although the bed looked old, the mattress was not too soft or too hard, and I slept very well. The bathroom was enormous, but the shower was quite small. Okay. So the bathroom was clean? Maybe, but they don't mention it.
Mhm.
Okay. The bed was comfortable?
The bed was comfortable.
Yes. Doesn't say directly
Yeah,
because it will never tell you, the exam will never tell you the bed was comfortable. The answer, the bed was comfortable. No, they will use different words. They will imply something different, but never exactly like the bed was comfortable. They are not going to use the same words. Okay. The decoration was modern. It says it was antique, so
Antique.
it was not
It's
not modern, right?
Yes.
Okay, very well. So you can continue like this, right? All right. So this was the last part because tomorrow we're going to check the writing and speaking section. And we'll send you these simulation exams so you can work on. We can also work on more exercises tomorrow with the reading and listening section. Okay, so thanks so much. Take care.